What's up, guys? It's DLNO43 doing another video on my channel. Today we're doing a very much different type of video compared to what I've done ever, which is going to be a board game review. And some people might think this is weird because, well, you know, I've never done anything similar or opened anything, but we're doing this because this is something I enjoy now, and it's called board games. This is a newer game, per se, compared to other games that I'm wanting to review and make videos on later on in the channel lifespan, I guess you could say. And these ones are the ones I'm doing first, which is going to be one of a newer game. It's called Dice Throne. It's a fun game. You can play with friends. You can't really play solo, and if you do play solo, then, well, you have really sadness going on in your life because it's not possible. It's literally not. There's probably somewhere out there you could probably look up a tutorial, but what's the point? You're playing against yourself. This is not a co-op game. It's a basically, what would you call it, 1v1 situation, 2v2. It's basically just battling, you know. You're playing with 2 to 4, whatever character you want. There's 1, 2, 8. Yeah, 8 with the expansions of characters you can pick from. And basically each character plays differently, and each character has a different style to how they play. And Dice Throne isn't new. It's not something that new that just happened. It's just Marvel Dice Throne that happened. Because there's actually base games where you can play as, like, I know Krampus and Santa. I think there's a Gladiator or something. There's stuff like that. It's just random matchups. But this is Marvel based. And this is the first game we're going to be reviewing on the channel. I'm trying to keep up with the whole 2023 grind. Trying to actually be better, you know. Do actual videos. My last video was an unboxing, and now we're here. We're going to start doing reviews and other things with what games I like. And if you want to see more reviews or videos like this, just like and subscribe. Or actually just comment down below what games you would want to see on the channel. Because I do have quite a few, not a lot. Me and my buddy play all these games, and, well, you've actually seen him on the channel. He was in a previous video, something about, what was it, Beyond Chicken? And so, here we are here doing this, and so, yeah, let's start the review. Also, by the way, before I get any deeper, make sure to, like I said, comment anything. If I don't know if I said that, I probably just did. Comment anything if you want to see something. Okay, so let's get into the idea of the review, which I'm going to take the expansions off real quick. I'm going to put them to the side, because those aren't really the key component. The key component starts off with this box, right here, with these 4 characters. You have Spider-Man, Loki, Thor, and Scarlet Witch as the base box. And this is usually how most board games play. You buy a base box, and then, you know, buy expansions like these ones. And then you buy the expansions, and they just give you more content, basically, to play with. But you could really play with, this is one of those games where even if you don't buy anything else, you can have fun. This game gives you, like I said, those 4 characters, and on the back, which I'll show you, a cameraman person will tell me if it looks good. If it, you don't have to touch the camera. You could just. You know. Okay, there we go. We good? Can you see it like smoothly? Okay, that's what the back of the box looks like. It tells you the difficulty. Tells you how hard they are, how fun they can be. Actually, I don't even think it tells you how fun. That's just me talking. Which I won't go into personal who's better than what because that's gonna be a whole separate video. But I will tell you that the difficulty, according to this, is that Miles is the easiest. Then Thor, and then Loki and Scarlet Witch are on the equal tier list of, like, playability of how hard. And if you're not a board game player and you don't play at all, well, this will be kind of a weird game. But the basics of the game are you roll 5 dice, which we'll open up an expansion box so I can have that there for you guys. We'll open up an expansion box. The goal of the game is you have 5 dice, which I will show you. This is Doctor Strange, which in the expansion you get Black Widow and Doctor Strange, like you probably saw, and Captain Marvel and Black Panther. And in these expansions, you come with a little board, which I will show you now. Comes with a little playmat board thing you can pull out like that. Is it good to see? Up right here. Right there. And that gives you your different combinations of attacks. You have, like, some characters have 2 defenses, which defenses are down here. And defenses basically are what you roll during when your opponent's attacking you. And that's how you kind of defend yourself. Some characters don't have great defenses, but that'll be in another video. Then you get a little mat that tells you the different coin abilities, which the coins will look like this, like little tokens. I don't know if you can see that. And that's just your tokens on how you attack someone. On the back, it just tells you the little info, basically, like what these things do. The character, I think, info. Just basic stuff. Simple things. Then you roll these kind of dice. Each character has a different set of dice, but this is Doctor Strange's dice. And that just tells you what you can do with your roll. And then you have cards. And then the little character token. And that's basically all that comes in these little packets. But that's how you determine how you're going to decide what you're going to do on a roll. Which, usually, your goal is to try to defeat the other enemy. And most of the cases, that is pretty easy because, well, again, the enemy is not very difficult, which we'll play it like this. Usually, depending who you play as, of course. Which, just for my simple playstyle, the easiest for me, or my favorite character, is always gonna be Loki. I love Loki, the way he plays. He plays a lot with illusions and being a deceptionist, trying to deceive. We'll put this over here. He tries to. I don't know where I want to put these. That's what I'm determining. He plays a lot with deceptions, deceiving the player, trying to make sure your other enemy doesn't, know what you're doing. Thor plays very simple, throws Mjolnir. Spider-Man plays a lot with that in the games. Illusions and camouflage, or not even illusions, camouflage and I know there's probably electricity, I think. I don't know how that works in this. I forgot what his ability's name is, but that's how he plays. Scarlet Witch plays a lot with manipulation, like in most games, which she's very powerful and fun in this game. And again, this is one of those games where once you know what you're doing, the game becomes so much easier because then you know how to actually defeat the enemy. And this game is one of those games where I prefer in 3-player, but 2-player can be fun. What else is there about this game that I love? Well, there's obviously the expansions. I don't know what other characters they're going to add. Obviously, at some point, they'll probably add quite a few characters going along the road, which who knows who they'll add. Usually, they do these 2-packs. I don't see any correlation between the two characters currently. Maybe there's a reason they're Black Widow and Doctor Strange. Besides, it was on the pamphlet. I don't know if I showed that. We'll show that off real quick. And that comes in the core box. Well, it comes actually in all the boxes, but it's just a simple pamphlet like that. And on the pamphlet, it literally just shows all of the characters now you have, which I thought the expansions were fun. I thought this game was a fun one. It's more different than other games because you're not playing co-op. You're just going after each other, which can be kind of annoying in certain matchups because like all games, and you'll probably see in my more later reviews for other games, I'm going to talk about matchups that I just did not find fun. And the things I don't find fun is the fact this is just something Again, I'll go into a whole nother video. I'm going to talk about each character specifically and when I rank them. But currently, just going off of the things I don't like are the fact that Spider-Man is very versatile, yes, but he has a lot of problems matching up against others where you just can't do anything. And like I've heard about Black Panther, is that his defense isn't a defense, it's just a retaliate basically, where you hit me, I hit you, which can be a huge problem. In a game where you're trying to defend damage. Captain Marvel's high on damage. She's just kind of going for the kill. I've heard Doctor Strange is a weaker Scarlet Witch, which I don't really like. And Black Widow I found very overpowered to play against currently. She has a ticking time bomb thing where you place it on the enemy, and then if you don't roll, I think, a 6, you don't defuse it. And if so, it's like a force in or straight damage or undefendable or something where it's terrible. But overall, I think still I love Loki. Loki's just MVP of this game. He's such a fun character. And you would think Thor would be higher up, but he's just not. Well, he's Thor. But according to this game, I would say out of all my ranking of this game, if I was to give it a number, because I'm going to try to do rankings for each game that I do, not expansion-wise, because, well, actually, I guess that expansions would be part of it, because if actually, I'll give you with just the core box, I'd give this game like a. What would I want to rank this game? I don't want to keep all my games like, oh yeah, this is all, because everything, my scale will go from 0 to 10. I would like to say this game is a good 8. When you add expansions, I'd like to say 8.5. When you add both expansions, so base game, just an 8. With expansions, an 8.5. And the reason for that is the expansions do add other characters, so you're not always having to pick the 4, you have the 8. And that's fun. My reason that I give this an 8 alone is because it's fun, but you can't play it solo. And that's kind of a problem. If you're trying to play a game, you have to either have somebody with you to play. And in my case, most people don't like to play except for, like I said, my buddy that plays with me all the time. No one else wants to play this game. So in return, it gets an 8. But I do love this game. It is fun. Price-wise, I think these are like $35 each, I think, roughly around there. And this is like $50 unless you get it on a sale. Which I did get it on sale, but usually to get it's quite pricey. It hits you kind of steep, but these are fun. I got these both for Christmas. Birthday, Christmas, and these are both great games. I love them. Probably will try to play more games with them, and then next video will probably be. I don't know. I want to spoil it so far, but it will definitely be something involving Dice Throne and something I mentioned in this video. And that'll be my next, not my next video, but probably next week's video, because I have a different video planned for this week. But that is my review on Dice Throne. It's a fun game. I do recommend it if you like simple card game. If you're not even simple, if you like a card game and dice game, because it's a dice game, it is very fun. And I also recommend going past Marvel and expanding into all of their games, which I don't know what all the games are. And yeah, that's what I say on this video. Next, we'll have probably some more reviews, depending on what you guys want to see, the games you guys want to see. But I really like this game, and I hope all of you guys have a great day. Peace.